Hi, my realists. We back. Can we make some noise? Because we are officially 300 subscribers deep. Boo, 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 boo. I'm not gonna lie, I am over the moon. Doing my little happy dance behind the scenes. Every single one of you that clicked that red button, that shared the video, that left a comment, or even watched silently. I see you, I appreciate you, and I am so grateful. You're the reason this content keeps coming. And if you've been watching and still haven't subscribed, my baby, my realist, what are you waiting for? Join the realist family. It's all love here. Now let's get into the episode because Mpempe Lapisa, I have a lot to say. We open with Mpumelelo and Tirelo at the tennis court. But the game being played here has nothing to do with rackets. It's about lobola. Again, Mpumelelo is ready to send his uncles, but Tirelo is hesitant. She's delivered the letter to her family, but their response, "Are you sure, my girl?" In her confessional, Tirelo admits that they say they are ready, but deep down she's unsure. They being her and Mpumelelo. They think they're ready, but they're not sure. Her family is concerned about her security, especially with how inconsistent Mpumelelo is with their child. Now, Mpumelelo, he's a little bit of a confused. Last time he spoke to her mom, everything was vibes, but now there's a whole plot twist. He feels like Tirelo is dodging the truth and suspect her family actually said no. Mpumelelo starts throwing his weight around. He tells her he's not going to be held back. If she won't give him an answer, he's moving on with Amahle's lobola. And Tirelo calls it out. If you really wanted me to be Umamkulu, you would have waited. And listen, she's got a point. Tirelo ends the conversation with the most grown-up thing she said all season. She loves him, but this relationship won't serve her in the long run. She is done forcing things, and that's on healing and choosing peace. Now, my realists, you know I love knowing your opinions. I love knowing what you guys think about this whole mess. And I've got a question for you. Do you think Tirelo was honest with Mpumelelo about her family's decision, or was she protecting him from rejection? And should Mpumelelo have waited, or was he right to move on with Amahle? Let me know what you think down below. We meet Lwandle soaking in the Joburg energy, relaxed, unbothered, and definitely not waking up early to do family admin. He says he finally feels free, and you can see it in his posture. But this freedom doesn't last long because Daddy Dearest, Mr. Mseleku, is on a mission. He tells Lwandle that he's not here to play. He wants to see all the kids, and first on the list is Tirelo. Lwandle makes the call, and soon enough she arrives. The mood shifts the minute Tirelo sits down. It's respectful but heavy, like she knows what's coming. Mr. Mseleku doesn't waste time. He tells her, "I spoke to Mpumelelo and he says your family refused the lobola. I came here because I want clarity. What's really going on?" Tirelo takes a deep breath. In her confessional, she admits she felt like she was being summoned to the principal's office. The pressure, the weight, but also the fatherly concern in Mr. Mseleku's voice. It disarmed her. She tells him that her parents could see that she was struggling emotionally. She didn't even have to say much. Mothers always know. They set her down and ask her, "Do you really want this for your life?" She tells Mr. Mseleku that Mpumelelo has not shown consistency. He doesn't contribute the way he should. Her child is under her mother's medical aid. When he got sick, the medication wasn't covered this one time, and her mom had to pay out of her pocket and asked for a refund. She starts tearing up as she explains that while she still loves Mpumelelo, she's reached the end. Her spirit is tired. She feels unsupported, unseen, and she's done. Mr. Mseleku listens quietly, no interruptions. You can see the disappointment in his eyes, not in her, but in the fact that things have come to this. He asks her He asks her gently, "But how do we build this home if you leave?" Tirelo wipes her tears and responds, "Baba, I won't be the first to leave and I won't be the last. Mpumelelo will marry again. He's already found his Yebo Baba." She says she's been called disrespectful for questioning things, for not being quiet, for not folding. But if speaking up for her peace makes her disrespectful, then so be it. Mr. Mseleku sighs, he acknowledges the pain, but he also asks that their relationship has with him and Mayeni doesn't fall apart because of this. "We love you like our own," he says. "That doesn't change." Tirelo's heart softens. She nods. "You welcomed me like a daughter and I'll never forget that." Mr. Mseleku, trying to lift the mood, jokes, "Let me go before people start thinking you left the son for the father." Tirelo laughs through the tears. It's a bittersweet moment, the beginning of an end, but also a rare moment of genuine care in a show full of chaos. Abongwe has taken her big sister duties seriously. She booked a stunning house, put together a dinner, and even cooked. Although she's skeptical of her own skills, this is her love language: food, family, presence. One by one, the family trickles in. Lwandle came first, Mr. Mseleku followed, Nempilo, and finally Mpumelelo. As soon as they are seated, Abo gives a heartfelt welcome speech. She thanks them for showing up, says she's tired of everyone only seeing her food on social media. Now they must taste it. She's nervous but proud. Snare opens with prayer, short and sincere. Even below nods along. For a second, there's peace. They eat, they compliment the food, and you can feel the love until Mr. Mseleku stirs the pot. As usual, he asks about the missing plus ones, especially Tirelo. He casually mentions the lobola issue again and asks Mpumelelo, "So is she still your wife or what?" Mpumelelo doesn't even flinch. He says he doesn't see them getting married anymore. He claims she came home drunk and she doesn't even drink. Now he's questioning her entire character. Snare's face drops. She wasn't expecting that level of exposure, especially around Mr. Mseleku. Snare tries to explain that yes, they all went out, everyone ordered their own drinks. Tirelo was clearly overwhelmed emotionally. She said she had a sip, but Mpumelelo made it a whole scandal, even accused Snare of giving her the alcohol. Mpilo cuts in during the confessionals, saying that "I should care, but I'm tired. They make everything our business. I don't care." Back at the table, Mr. Mseleku turns this into a lecture. He talks about preserving the Mseleku name, that his daughters drinking jugs of alcohol could jeopardize their role as future Makotis. You can see the hurt in Snare's eyes. She's being blamed for protecting someone who is no longer in the picture. Then out of nowhere, he says, "I might end up scared to trust Snare." Yo, that one stung. Snare tries to defend herself but doesn't push too hard. She knows the conversation has already turned against her. Tirelo is being painted as reckless and now Snare is the enabler. Even through the awkwardness, the cake comes out. The girls sing happy birthday for Lwandle. It's sweet. Lwandle's genuinely touched. He smiles, thanks them, and cuts the cake like a gentleman. Snare makes a wish for him. "Please don't grow up to be like Mpumelelo." Yo guys, shots fired. Respectfully so. Abo prays for real love, real marriage, real money, and for her brother and maybe a baby. Maybe a real baby, since his fake baby scandal was still hot in the gossip street. The scene ends with laughter, layers of unresolved drama, and a very delicious looking chocolate cake. Now to the question, was Snare wrong for covering for Tirelo? And did Mr. Mseleku go too far by blaming the girls for ruining the Mseleku name over a night out? I personally don't like the fact that Mr. Mseleku zeroed in on Snare like that. Not Abo, not Mpilo, just Snare. And when I say he went off, he lectured her like she personally distilled the alcohol, bottled it, and hand-delivered it to Tirelo's lips. He told her he might not trust her again over one jug of alcohol. Yo. And listen, I get it. Being the firstborn comes with responsibility. But it doesn't mean you're the family's emotional punching bag. It doesn't mean every mistake needs to land on your shoulders, especially when others were present and participating. And she tried to be a sister to everyone. She covered for Tirelo, kept the peace, and now she's being painted as a problem. And no one, not even Mr. Mseleku, asked how she felt, how it felt to have her name dragged while others quietly blended into the background. Poor Snare sat there absorbing all that heat, but still managed to laugh during the birthday cake moment. That's grace under fire, and that's being the realest firstborn. The siblings plus the Makotis take a trip to Limpopo. The energy is soft, the views are giving peace, and the outfits are matching. Both Makotis, they were wearing matching outfits, honey. Abo is glowing, the girls are smiling, and even Tirelo and Amatla are getting along for once. And Abo announced that the guys will later go to quad biking while the ladies go for a game drive. But for now, they need to go to their rooms and rest. Finally, a break from the chaos. Yo, this episode had me deep in my feelings, but let's unpack it. Let's start with Tirelo. That woman is fighting two battles. One at home and one in her heart. She's trying to love someone who isn't showing up fully, emotionally, financially, spiritually. And she's also carrying the shame and pressure of leaving a man who wants to marry someone else first. But let me tell you, choosing peace over chaos is not failure. That's growth. That's courage. She sat in front of Mr. Mseleku, a whole elder, and told the truth. She's had enough. She didn't throw Mpumelelo under the bus. She didn't scream or play victim. She just said, this no longer serves me and I'm walking away. And you know what? I'm proud of her. Because staying in a relationship when you're unsure, unsupported, and second guessed will mess with your self-worth. Tirelo finally chose herself. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. Now let's talk about Mpumelelo. This man is living in his own bubble. He doesn't see the damage. For him, love is about status and control. He thinks just because he's willing to pay lobola, then he's doing enough. You can't buy peace with cows. His mindset is, if Tirelo's family is dragging their feet, just move on to the next one. Like we're playing musical chairs. But marriage is not about the convenience. It's about trust, about building, about protecting. And what's sad is, instead of sitting down with Tirelo and really hearing her fears, he labels her as disrespectful and difficult. Just because she has boundaries, because she asks questions? Nah, that's not disrespect, that's discernment. And let me say this, any man who wants to marry you but can't take care of your child is not ready. Point blank. Period. Now can we please talk about Snare? That poor girl was just trying to be a sister to everyone. She covered for Tirelo, thinking she was doing the right thing. And now she's caught in the crossfire. She didn't give anyone alcohol. She didn't plan a get wasted night. But now she's being blamed as if she's out here corrupting Abu Makoti with gin and tonics. And I just want to say, sometimes being loyal gets you hurt. Sometimes defending someone will cost you your own peace. And I hope Snare learned that lesson. Because protecting someone who won't stand up for you, that's how resentment builds. And Mr. Mseleku, I get that he's the father. I get the pressure of legacy. But sometimes his lectures feel like emotional ambushes. Instead of asking what led to the drinking, he jumped straight to you're ruining the Mseleku name. But if the family name crumbles because someone had a glass of Amarula, then maybe we need to check the foundation, not the cocktails. One more thing, Abo. That girl is trying to hold the siblings together. She's cooking, planning getaways, creating memories of peace. And it's not easy because that family is layered. But she's doing her best. She's creating safe spaces, even when the table is full of tension. And then there's Lwandle, our birthday boy. He's soft, still hopeful, still untouched by the generational drama. And I pray he stays that way. Because once the politics of polygamy Makoti wars hit you, It's a mess. So here's my message for the week, my realist. Choosing yourself isn't selfish. If it's not serving your peace, walk away like Tirelo. You can't build a legacy on broken promises and hurt women. Don't let other people's chaos drag you into drama you didn't start. Like snake, protect your peace too. And lastly, shout out to all the siblings like Abo who hold the family together even when they are breaking inside. We see you, we love you. That's it from me, but let's talk in the comment section. Do you think Mpumelele genuinely loved Tirelo? Was Snare wrong for covering for her? And should Mr. Mseleku be blaming jugs of alcohol for a whole failed relationship? Drop your thoughts, like, share this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, babe, you're already here. Join my realist. I'm Limpopo, and these were my realist thoughts. From the bottom of my heart, thank you again for helping me hit 300 subscribers. I don't take it lightly. Y'all keep me going. You're not just numbers, you're my realist. Every comment, like, and share matter. If this episode made you laugh, cry, roll your eyes, or pause and reflect, hit the subscribe button. Tell your cousin, your bestie, your sneaky link. Come and join the realist family. Like, share, and comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Until the next time, stay bold, stay kind, stay real. I'm Limpopo, and this was the Realist Recap. Bye!
Mseleku live, it's your daily glow, where dreams in a